Hi guys, over the past 2 months I was working on this spread and I finally got it absolutely right and it's really functioning unbelievably well. This is for the people who basically want to find out if there is a possibility of reunion and if they should actually go with their exes, what is going on in their heads, if this is a wise idea, etc., etc., etc. It kind of like will describe sort of the past situation that brought you to this basically question what is currently going on in their heads, in your heads, and also near and far future. So let me introduce you the cards that actually I picked. This took a while to find the right combination. So I'm calling the spread Cat Tarot Nose Spread. So you can only see it here. So the first actually card that I have is the Magician. The reason that I picked this one first, one is a number one in numerology. And when you have number one, this is basically beginning. Also, the Magician is a card of sort of starting on a new journey, just to see if you have all the tools available to go in this new relationship and if that can create this chemistry. And also because it's a number one, what are the thoughts on a new beginning? The second card I took here is a Temperance reversed. And it's purposely reversed because here it means merging two opposites, but here it means two opposites or two different kind of entities are not merged, which is basically what is bringing you to this question, because you really want to know why things didn't work out and what went wrong. Maybe that was not communicated to you, maybe you didn't communicate it, maybe you didn't even recognize it in you, but this is what went wrong. So this is a significator for the ladies. This is, and I took Queen of Wands. Please don't go into this horoscope signs. Frankly, I'm so tired of reading horoscope signs in cards, because like every card is like archetype, and this is like the sexy archetype that is like charging, and she wants her man, she wants her mate. This doesn't have to be necessarily a woman. So either you're man or female, this is basically who you are, and the other person is going to represent your partner. For the guys, it's going to be the awkward kind of things around, but also keep in mind, because I'm getting here energies not only for all of you who are actually listening to this, the subscribers that I'm connecting, but I'm also getting the energy of that one more person and all these exes that you're bringing to the table. So I need to kind of like find it more generic, so this can be switched. So you have to figure out if this person is more this or this, which one is you. Then we have Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a communication cards and things being up in the air. Basically, simply I want to see over this timeline how the communication went and if that was the problem. Then we have another significator of that person. So I said like that they're interchangeable. You have to find out if that is like the guy you're inquiring about or if this is you. And again, I took a King of Wands, again, charisma, passion, because that's what we get attracted to. And obviously, if we are considering reunion or we are still thinking about somebody in the past, this is what is holding us basically captive in our thoughts. Then we have a card of Judgment. So this is card very difficult for many of people to understand. So we kind of like see the angel coming trumpeting, basically freedom, and everybody's kind of raising from the dead. So obviously this is talking about if our life was well lived, if we learned the lessons and what lessons we had to learn. So in this particular case is how that other party sees the past and sees basically how they contributed to the things that happened and what was going on in their head, right? Sometimes you get really surprised when you kind of feel you are the wrong one, and then you find out from them they feel they're the wrong one. And lastly, I took a Four of Wands, which kind of can be reunion, can be celebration, but keep in mind that many people are talking about this card as a marriage, which also can be, but in this particular case, significator here is what are the thoughts of reunion? Is reunion in the store, and even if it's wise? So basically, we have this 7 cards, which is kind of like really spiritual number. Also, if you look the numbers, like 1 plus 14 is like 15, and 8, 23, 53, and 4, 57, it is 12, it's 3. It's like something with this yellow. 3 is connected to this yellow, and as you see, I kind of picked the yellows because this is kind of uplifting sun color, and I wanted to see what basically stands behind it. So this is the intro, guys. And so what I'm considering right now, every month to have that as well, or at the very least give it a try for Venus retrograde and see how it goes sign by sign. Okay, so this is enough for the intro, so let's start with reading. I just want to add that this spread is available for private reading, and in that case, like you really know who are the significators, we are going to assign to significators their birth date and their names, and we are going to be able to move forward with extremely specific energy. So for those of you who are wondering if the reunion is going to happen, or what you have to look for, what are the best words to use, etc. This is a great spread. And definitely you can ask when you're ordering that to be included in your reading or to be the feature of your reading, because then I can do it with tarot cards and I can do with Versibila cards, and we can go a few crosses just to make sure that we got all these finesses right. And again, for private reading, check my website, cattarot.ca. And I'm taking bookings right now. You have chunks of 20, 40, or 60 minutes. And I'm looking forward to actually hearing back from you. For now, let me start doing the sample readings so that way you can actually see what to expect. Thanks. Love you guys. Hi, Capricorn. Let's see what will be happening with possibility of your exes coming back, or, the emotional kind of like issues and feelings and whatnot. Alrighty, so see Capricorn for Venus retrograde. Capricorn retrograde. Alright, so I'll be actually repeating what I was saying in the introduction. Here, I want to see what kind of tools basically you do have for this relationship and to see if these tools will function or not. Well, the first tool is how to balance things out, so that's a good tool. And let's see what needs to be glued in this relationship, because that was the card that I picked because, right, things were not really molding properly over here. So let's see what went wrong. Yeah, how you want to begin love is not exactly, you both were not on the same page about how to get there. How does he see you, Capricorns? Wow, he does see you as a choice. Look at that. I love this. 1 and a 2. No, this is in the past. So, okay, I'm intrigued. So, what kind of communications did you guys have in the past? We are getting to the core. Somebody felt that you kind of depend on this person too much, and that kind of unhealthy, and trying to pull him or her away, whoever was, out of that situation. How did he or your partner see himself or herself? With somebody who is willing to charge forward. This is a passion, it's a starting point of someone who kind of like wants to get ahead, right? So let's see the lessons about this. The lessons were, slow and building something, super slow and not getting anywhere. So even though you had elements, looks like it was this indecisiveness. Yeah, like it was expectation of a passion, and definitely look at this passion that you had. It was sort of charging toward each other, but it did kind of like fizzled away because one party felt that maybe they're too engaged in this whole thing, or that things were just like not balanced out, or that there were other things in life that kind of like really were things that you have to take care of, like financial things, and just trying to find that balance. Because we have now 2 2s, so that's kind of important later. Okay, so we have a visitor, so that's a good luck. Yeah, you like Capricorns? Huh? You like Capri? Really? Here you go. Say hi. Say hi. And now please say goodbye. Sorry, guys. She was sleeping, and that's why I kind of decided to kind of do the reading while she's sleeping, but apparently she needs to assist. So let's look at the present time. Present. Present, there are like tools in your box are tears. Is somebody using tears in this relationship? Or is this relationship so harmful on some level that you're experiencing this deep anxiety that's sort of like, you go to bed with thoughts about that? So this again would be like what went unglued. So this whole kind of romance that you guys had here, right? So it was start of something, and then there was no follow-up, or there is no follow-up right now. So let's see what happened to these romantic feelings. And that was sort of like he did see you as this union. I mean, this can be seen as that he saw you wanting this relationship and he didn't know what he wanted, and he was looking ahead and wondering if that's for him. And at the same time, this was this kind of like imbalance, which kind of is seen over here. So let's see at present how he sees you. Yeah, so that was you. He saw you as wanting a relationship, and he still sees you a little bit overly emotional. So I'm wondering if that was you who kind of like felt, or he felt that he has to push away, that you're getting too connected to him. So we'll find out. Communication in present is possible, but it can seem to be a burden. It can see to be there for the wrong reasons, right? Look at this person. He's not seeing what's in front of him. He might trip any moment. So, like if you communicate, you might say things that might, they might be regretted later, right? And 10 is like a number of completion as well. All right, so let's see how he sees himself or herself at this point. Well, this is making a choice. Like, I don't know. I just want you to take a note of something. This is the number 6, and 6 is a number of redoing, reunion, refreshing your memory, all kind of thing. So it's a good thing. But it's also choices. Everything is a choice. Here you have like a couple, like male and female in this case, but can be just a couple, and kind of like having a divine choice. Now here previously you had another couple having sort of no choice, sort of like being tangled up. But check this out. 15, 1 and 5 is 6. Can't you see that this is the same card, just the approaches are different? Right? So here they're not chained, here they're chained. And that's why here, as you showed up, it shows you as kind of like pulling away. But the next card coming out on him is this one. So let's see if that's going to refer to choice, or that's going to refer to that he wanted to get a bigger balance before anything is kind of embarked. So the lessons from the past would be that nobody won. Literally, like when everybody here lost in the entire situation, and that's kind of like looking back kind of is a good lesson to learn. Reunion at present, no. There are like too many issues still to discuss. There's still somebody's up in the arms over certain things that happened in the past, right? There's still perception of kind of like there is a battle, that there is some kind of like game instead of kind of coming to the union. You cannot have the battle cards if you want to get together. So let's go into the near future, a month from now. There is another 6, but it's also reversed. So instead of like really happy memories and really things that will be kind of like glued to kind of put together, there is the opposite. Like it's continuation of this. It's continuation of I feel so sad and almost feeling sorry for yourself, to like, why did he or she do that to me? And just all the bad memories and kind of a casting blame. Very emotional component into that. So if this is in your toolbox, this means that you have to resolve that. You cannot be in the blame game if you kind of like want to win with this person. Another kind of glue for this is this was missing. Either you have been seen or you've seen the other partner as superficial, as somebody who is like really just a skin deep, somebody who is just interested in how you look, how you dress, who you are, and what you can actually benefit him or her in this relationship. So sort of like skin deep, and I'm wondering if this is why these memories are kind of painful, because kind of like this doesn't work. And it's interesting, here was a Queen of Cups, overly emotional. This is like overly vain. So we have a range of inverse kind of characters over here. So let's continue with how he sees you a month from now. Well, he does see you as somebody who wants to go back to him or to the partner. The communication in a month from now. Well, this way, this person resolved the issues and is moving to the next stage of their karmic development. So that's why there is no baggage. That's why there is a white rose. That's why it's like being sort of like very light on your feet, and like, I mean, realizing that the danger is there, but not having that fear built inside of yourself to understand that you should really freak out at this moment. This way, it's kind of like really literally being foolish. So you see, here you had a hard time expressing and finding right words, and here you're being foolish about it. I mean, that's a communication that goes in both ways, and we'll figure out why. How he sees himself a month from now? Well, he sees himself as a lucky bastard. So I guess you can be interpreted for many reasons, but let's see, like, still how a month from now you're going to see as lessons that you could have learned about you two guys being together. Whoa, it's another 6. This is a biggie one, guys. This one is not a great card. This way it shows charity. It shows healthy relationship of giving and taking. It can also show like 3 people over here, and somebody trying to strike a balance between 3 people. And I'm wondering if this is the case here, because actually I'm seeing the other people popping up. And obviously on your end was a willingness to extend for the relationship, and then this codependency, which can also mean sexuality. And here we have 3 people, and this is 3, and this is 3. Was that and here is 3. Oh my god. So there are 2 storylines. One is like somebody who kind of is overly emotional, and the second one is somebody who's overly emotional for a reason, and somebody who is communicating healing and thinking this is too much to handle. And yet, if that's the case, if this person kind of like is healing, this person is still communicating, is still trying to get back to this person who is just using you for just sex, basically. And each and every time opens a wound. And then to make things worse, it doesn't even respect you on top of it. So reunion in the near future, it will be only for sex, if that's what you want. So let's see if anything will change 2 months from now. And by now, I'm telling you, this is not a person for you. But let's see. One more line. Queen of Swords. You will so have it. At one point in about 2 months, you'll have enough. So you finally will find this tool in your box, a sword, and you realize this can cut. And in this particular case, these are words. So, you know, you're going to master up sort of like everything you want to say, everything you feel, and you're going to speak your mind in a very kind of like organized, efficient way. So what still is not glued, that nutrient that you guys need, is the Empress, which is nourishment. There is no nourishing in this relationship, because it seems to be just like, I mean, somebody's taking care of their needs. How does he see you? Look at this, the Emperor reversed. And then we had the Empress, right? He does see you as a potential partner. He absolutely does. Come on, Sophie. He absolutely does. But it kind of feels that if he does that, that you would be the one who wouldn't have control in it, right? Control, no control. Communications in the future, yeah, they're hopeful. There is a lots of electronic messages. You know, it will be text. Certainly, like, I mean, this is wireless to me, and this is a really hope. And this card kind of shows up in the reading. To me, it's I prefer this card way more to sun. Nobody gets burned in the sun. Nobody gets burned under the stars. It like only indicates really nice things. So let's see how he sees himself in a couple of months. See, he sees himself as King of Swords. Look at this. It's coming together. King of Swords, this is a couple that is communicating their real needs. So this is a couple here, somebody still feeling superior to the others. In fact, he might even see two faces of you. He can see one that is very nourishing and one that is kind of like really soft. And this is coming after coming back, or maybe your personality is very strong and you're making it softer. And there is this dream that maybe he kind of envisioned this for you, like that's where I thought that he feels very happy and arrogant. Maybe he was just trying to paint a picture of what happiness would look like with him. All right, but we are coming to this part that I really didn't like. These were like, 3 cards in a row as what had to be learned from that previous thing, and yet we have another one. So these are the lessons you guys need to learn. If those lessons are not learned, you're not going to, even if you get back together, stay together. So you have to learn that you have to move fast in a relationship. You have to learn that there are no winners and losers in a relationship. In fact, if there is a debate or discussion, there is only like losers. You have to learn that there must be give and take, and that you kind of have to be there to support each other. And you must learn that, at times to build a foundation, you do need to kind of like find out who you really are. You need to get in touch with yourself and be able kind of to deal with that. So let's see a reunion in 2 months from now. Again, we have another 4. We have a 4 here. You have another 4. So this is somebody who is fully guarded. If the card showed up this way, I would say absolutely no. Look, this person has the arms crossed, and usually when somebody does it, that means do not approach. And it's on top of it, it's crossed in front of basically the heart, and like anything that this person can kind of like hold with the body is holding and keeping it guarded. But this way, this person is already realizing that this hole is not healthy, and sort of like, what's the point of having all these toys for yourself and that you have to include the other people? So in your case, it's a lots of energy that I see within a couple of months are going to get a new dimension, and that new dimension can actually open you up to new possibilities, can open you up to kind of like bigger understanding in this relationship. And even though right now I would say for 2-3 months this is just continuing on a level of, I need you and I need you right now kind of a thing, booty call. This actually can evolve into something else. Like you have a central figure coming from all sides, connecting the magician and this in the star, and it's extremely, extremely positive. Maybe you can kind of print this kind of card, find it somewhere in the internet, the star. And as I said, like, to me, this is the most beautiful card in pretty much in every deck. So print it for you and understand that you have to follow your star. You have to be true to yourself. And if it was something in the relationship that you didn't like, you have to learn how to communicate it. And you also have to learn how to take it and how to nourish yourself from somebody telling you things you don't like, and also nourishing yourself to not to force yourself in a relationship where you might actually experience something that you don't like. So Capricorns, I hope you liked your reading, and please let me know how the month goes, and leave me a note, and I love you. I'll talk to you soon.